Hey everyone, welcome back to Tiny Mechanisms Around the World. I'm someone who's completely obsessed with little things, those hidden systems in culture, food, and trade that quietly shape the world around us. Imagine harvesting a grain from remote Canadian lakes, only for most of it to be shipped thousands of kilometers away and sold as a luxury health product in China. In Canada, many people barely eat wild rice at all. But in China, premium gift boxes of Canadian wild rice can sell for $30, $50, even $80+ per kilogram. How did a traditional indigenous lake grain become a profitable international export business? Let's uncover the mechanism. Wild rice is one of the strangest rice products in the world, because technically, it isn't really rice at all. Wild rice is actually the seed of an aquatic grass that naturally grows in shallow lakes and rivers across parts of Canada and the northern United States. Indigenous peoples have harvested it for thousands of years. Even today, some traditional harvesters move quietly through northern lakes in narrow canoes, gently bending the tall grass over the boat and knocking ripe grains loose with wooden sticks. It's slow, physical work that only happens during a short seasonal window each year. Canada now produces most of the world's commercial wild rice. But here's the strange part. Even though it's native to Canada, most Canadians still treat wild rice as a niche health food, a salad ingredient, or an occasional fancy dinner item. The biggest and most profitable market is often overseas, especially China. Here's exactly how this hidden export and pricing mechanism works. 1. Local perception in Canada. In Canada, wild rice is generally viewed as healthy, natural, and premium, but not something people eat every day. Many Canadians only encounter it, mixed into soup, added to salads, or blended with white rice during holiday meals. Compared to normal rice, wild rice is more expensive, darker, chewier, and less familiar for daily cooking. That limits domestic demand. 2. Why China values it differently. In China, the exact same product enters a completely different cultural system. Imported foods associated with health, nature, purity, or rarity often gain premium value. Wild rice fits perfectly into that category. It's marketed as high protein, high fiber, nutritious, and premium imported wellness food. And there's another important mechanism: gift culture. In China, expensive food gifts often symbolize respect, status, health, and generosity, especially during holidays, family visits, or business relationships. That means beautifully packaged Canadian wild rice can suddenly become much more valuable than it ever was in Canada itself. 3. Harvest season and production limits. Now let's talk about the practical side. Wild rice harvesting is highly seasonal. The harvest window usually runs from late August to October, with the biggest peak in September. Unlike industrial crops harvested multiple times a year, wild rice is generally harvested only once annually because it's an annual aquatic plant. Each lake or field has one short seasonal opportunity before the grains fall naturally into the water, and the grains don't all ripen evenly. That means harvesters often return to the same areas several times over a few weeks. This limited yearly harvest naturally restricts supply, which helps maintain higher prices. 4. Shipping and export logistics. After harvesting, the wild rice goes through drying, roasting, hulling, cleaning, and grading. Then it's packed into bags, boxes, or premium gift packaging for export. Most bulk shipments move by sea freight because it's far cheaper for large commercial volumes. But premium orders or specialty gift products can sometimes move by air freight for faster delivery to Asian markets. Canada also maintains export approval systems for China, meaning processing facilities must meet Chinese import and food safety standards. 5. The money mechanism. Now let's look at the actual pricing difference. Inside Canada, wild rice often sells for roughly $8–15 per kilogram. But once exported into China, especially in premium packaging, prices can rise dramatically. High-end imported wild rice gift products can sell for $30–80 per kilogram. That creates very attractive margins even after processing, shipping, storage, and import costs. And because China's market is so large, exporters can scale profits much more effectively overseas than selling domestically in Canada. China became the dominant premium buyer, although Canadian wild rice is also exported to the United States, Europe, Japan, and South Korea. In Canada, wild rice is often treated as a niche specialty grain, healthy, interesting, but not essential. In China, the same grain can become a premium imported health food, a luxury gift, or a high-status banquet ingredient. The product barely changes, but the cultural meaning around it changes completely. Canadian wild rice is a perfect example of how culture creates value. A grain growing naturally in quiet northern lakes can become dramatically more valuable once it enters a different market with different ideas about health, status, rarity, and gifting. Sometimes the biggest value in global trade isn't the product itself, it's the story surrounding it. So next time you see wild rice in a Canadian supermarket or inside an expensive Chinese gift box, you'll know why the exact same grain can have completely different value depending on where it's sold. Have you ever tried wild rice? Would you pay luxury prices for it? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this episode of Tiny Mechanisms Around the World, please hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. See you tomorrow for another small mechanism that will change how you see the world. Take care.